To start off today's look, I'm going to use this moisturizer by Clinique. Also this primer by Rimmel. This primer is really good and it's really tacky, but you have to use a little bit or else it's going to go bad. And then this foundation is really good. I'm using the color Nude Beige. And I like to apply that with a brush first. That way there's like an even amount all over my face. To blend out that foundation, I'm going to use this Morphe sponge. The first concealer I'm going to use is the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. And I like to use this one first because it's more of a cream texture. And I'm applying that with the same brush that I applied my foundation. Just a really light layer, mostly under the eyes. Just a little bit. This is a little bit lighter than the next one, which is this one. This is the NYX HD Concealer in the color Beige. And this concealer is more hydrating. It's more liquid. So together they create a really good coverage. To set all that in place, I'm going to use the RCMA No Color Powder with the same Morphe sponge and just patting it all over my eyes. I'm also going to use this all over my face, but for that I'm going to use a powder brush just to get a light layer. The eyebrow pencil I'm using today is the ColourPop in the color Banging Brunette. Honestly, this eyebrow pencil is so good. It's like the Dip Brow pomade, but like in a pencil form. And it's super creamy. I guess that's a good and a bad thing. But yeah, mine broke, but it's fine. It's so good. I highly, highly recommend it. So the palette I'm using throughout this whole look is the Morphe 35O2. And I'm starting with that transition color and just placing that in the inner and outer portion of my eyes. I'm going to do like a spotlight look. So just kind of using a pointed brush. This brush is from a Morphe copper set. And I'm just kind of putting that in the inner and outer corner and also blending it into the crease. But making sure that center stays blank. The next color is going to be more of this warm orange shade, and I'm going to use that with a little bullet brush, again from Morphe, and just emphasizing that in the inner and outer corners of the eye. Throughout this look, I used I think 4 brushes. So this blending brush is gonna be used throughout the whole look just to blend everything out. Then I'm taking that darker reddish brown and literally just packing it in the outer corner with a really, really small brush and just making sure that that center stays blank. And you can see here I'm trying to blend it up just so it's not super harsh looking. But yeah, this brush is really good. I think it's the Morphe M503. No. I don't know what it is, but I'll put it down in the bottom bar. And now this black, you literally have to dab your pencil or your brush in there one time because it's so pigmented. And again, that brush is so good. Like before, I feel like my eyeshadow looked really like muddy and really just one color, but with this brush it really concentrates the pigment where you want it instead of just kind of sweeping it all over the place. And now for the center, I'm going to use this really pretty kind of champagne gold color. And I'm using that with a brush, and I also sprayed the brush with a little bit of setting spray just to make the pigment a little stronger. And you're going to see in a couple seconds that I'm going back in with that little brush just to make sure that the edges are really blended out. And I even go in with my finger just to make sure that everything is super pressed in and really like soft, you know? Yes. Now I'm going to take this glitter liner from NYX and just placing that on top of the gold just to make it stand out more, you know, just to make it more sparkly, casually, you know. Now I'm taking that orange shade and I'm going to apply that underneath my lash line. I really like orange and how it goes with my brown eyes. Like orange and red, I feel like look really good with my brown eyes. So I'm just placing that all over the bottom lash line and kind of blowing it out a little more just to make it more intense and just so it correlates with the top eyeshadow and the intensity of the top eyeshadow. And then for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Big Shot Mascara and just applying a really light coat on my top lashes for now. And then for false lashes, I'm going to use my favorite, Queen Bee by Coco Lashes, and I'm using the Duo Lash Adhesive to put those on. And now before I start off with the rest of my face, I like to set it with the Mario Badescu spray and then using the Kat Von D contour kit and just applying that all over. Now I'm using this glow kit by Nicole Guerrero, and can you guys guess what colors I'm going to use? Can you even tell? Yeah, I like to mix those two and just using that with a big fluffy brush to highlight my face. This part came out really orange, I don't know why, but I'm taking Milani Luminoso for blush, obviously. And then I'm going back in with that yellow powder just to clean up. And this is what I really like about the Morphe sponge, because it has like a super flat edge and a really sharp cut that really helps cut the cheekbones, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously just blend that out with a big powder brush just so you don't look super crazy. For lips, I'm starting off with this lip liner by NYX in the color Sandstorm. And I always overline my lips. My lips always look super big and obnoxious, but you know, you do whatever you want. I'm just kind of filling it in a little bit. And then I'm using Dose of Colors Knock on Wood, mostly on the center, just to like, you know, lipstick. And then for lip gloss, I'm going to use this e.l.f. lip gloss. It's supposed to be clear, but I always wear the same kind of nudie, so it just kind of mixed in. And that's going to be it for today's look. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching.